All right. Hey, we are live. We are live. We're here with Toya of Toya's Cheesecakes. And you know what? Toya is still working.
Yes, on the clock.
Okay, she's still on the clock. All right. So that tells you something. Your work is never done.
Yeah, never done.
All right. And so, first of all, introduce yourself. Let us know who you are. And look, I like your shirt. I'm going to have to
That
get one. You sell those?
Toys. I'm thinking about carrying merch. I would like to carry merch like I said, Toys Cheesecake shirts, my logo, maybe some desserts on them and stuff, some little cute sayings that
Yeah.
I have. Maybe I
Okay.
was thinking about carrying some merch soon.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna
Yes,
have to get one. Definitely.
yes.
Definitely. Go ahead. Go ahead. Introduce yourself and everything, and let us know who you are and what you do.
Okay, so my name's Latoya Johnson. I own Toya's Cheesecakes. I'm a baker based in Detroit, Michigan. My background is in engineering. Worked in engineering about 10 years and got laid off, let's say, about 2015. And when I got laid off, I had to start over from scratch. And when I started from scratch, and when I said start from the bottom, I was like 35 years old and had to move back home with my mom.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, in the basement at that.
Woo.
So, whew. So
Right.
imagine you go from an engineer, making darn near $100,000 a year to having
Yeah.
to do Shipt and DoorDash to making your ends meet.
Yeah.
It was a very humbling experience, but at that time, I got to reconstruction myself and find out what I really wanted to go, where I really wanted to go in life.
Okay.
And I found out that one of my passions and talents was baking in that time. And so
Okay.
that's how Toys Cheesecakes began.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Well, I'm right here in Cleveland. You know that I told you I came to Detroit one time.
Yes.
I'll have to make a trip up to Detroit to get some of them cheesecakes because I've been looking at your you got a YouTube channel. We're gonna talk about that. But
Yes.
I've been looking at some of your your cheesecakes, your posts and everything. And I'm like, well, damn, I didn't know it was all that like that. I mean, you really have something like beautiful there that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
like when I see the cakes, like you had the Detroit Pistons cake, a picture of that.
Yes.
I mean, that looked like a cake. I didn't think in the mind of cheesecake. So
Yes.
it's like you've gotten extremely creative,
Yes.
with it,
Yes.
and tell us about that. Well, you told us how you got started, and I'm sure that was a very humbling experience. But okay, now you said
Yes.
you discovered that you liked baking. Did you like go to
Yes.
culinary school or something like that, or you just how did that
No.
come about?
So I never made a cheesecake before 2018. Never made
Okay,
cheesecake before in my life before
okay,
2018. Yes.
okay,
So while I was laid off, say my mother is a baker and she's a very talented baker and also a very great soul food cook. My mother, she's regarded as a goat, and so is my granny. My granny's a
okay,
goat also when it comes to cooking, soul food
okay,
cooking and everything. So the ability I have is passed down to families in my all generations. Like my mom's side of the family, it's a long line of good cooks. Even the man cook really well. It's a
okay.
natural ability we all have, and so I
Mhm.
just take my ability to use it for cheesecake. Yeah,
Right.
so I got started baking cheesecakes one day. Me and my niece ended up going to a grocery store one day, right?
Hmm.
And I wanted to make me like a little charcuterie board or whatever, right? And so I
Hmm.
was getting some chocolates, some cheeses, some crackers, some little meats and stuff. And my niece just picked up a cheesecake sampler. And my mom, since she's a baker and I was staying with her at the time, she keeps a pound cake on the table or homemade cake on the table. We
Yeah.
keep homemade cookie mix in the freezer. There's
Okay.
always a pot of pie we could thaw out real quick if we want something. Because
Okay.
my mom's a baker, so we grew up accustomed to that. And I'm like, girl, we got an Oreo cheesecake in the fridge right now. We do not need nothing else.
Right.
And we got sweet potato pie, but that's my niece. I can't tell her no. So I said,
Right.
go ahead and get it, girl. So when I got
Right.
back to the house, I ate a piece of chocolate cheesecake. And I
Okay.
was like, oh my God, this is really good. And I was like, you
Mhm.
know what? I want to try to make a cheesecake.
Okay.
And so I asked my mom, since my mom's a baker, she has this big tub of recipes, right? And so
Okay.
I asked her, I said, hey, do you have any cheesecake recipes? She's like, get in there, figure it out. And that's what I did. I went in there, I went through her tubs of recipes, went on YouTube, and it was a trial and error. So what I started doing was selling my experiments. So
Okay.
my friends on Facebook wanted to buy my experiments. A couple of my family members did.
Mhm.
And I took the criticism and I reconstructed it. Like, okay, this crust is too hard. It's too
Okay.
sweet. Oh, it's not sweet enough. It's too flat. And so what I did, instead of getting mad about the crust, getting upset about the constructive criticism, I
Yeah.
used it to make it better. And so who was my worst critic? My dad. My dad was my worst critic. So
Okay.
my dad loves cheesecake, right? He loves
Okay.
cheesecake. And he's like a man that's not really interested in anything but money. He's like one of the unemotional dudes or whatever.
Mm,
But when it comes to cheesecake, he loves cheesecake. So the fact that I was making his favorite dessert, he got really involved in it. So my dad placed an order every single week for about 3 months.
he
Yes.
did
So
what?
he placed an order every week for 3 months.
Oh wow.
Yes,
Okay.
every week for 3 months. And he would give me instructions. He's like, okay, this is nasty. This is trash. This is garbage. My
Damn.
dad was having me about to cry. I cried
Right.
to me.
Right.
I
Right.
was about to cuss him out. Like, Dad, you ain't got to be this harsh. But he told me the truth, though.
Yeah.
And when I took that constructive criticism and I made it better,
Yes.
until I became great, create this great product. And
Okay.
so 2 to 3 months in, I was shipping across the U.S. Two to
Okay.
three months in, because my Facebook friends wanted my cheesecake. So no matter
Okay.
where I shipped my cheesecake to, they said it was the best cheesecake they ever had. My New York customers consistently say I'm better than Junior's.
Okay.
Consistently.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't get compared to no cheesecake place in Michigan. They're not my competition.
Well, yeah, I remember you telling me that. I
Yeah,
remember, when we were talking in the past, you were telling me, the reviews and stuff that you would get on your cheesecakes
yeah.
because now you're located your space is downtown, right?
No, I'm
Downtown.
not downtown. I'm on the west side now. I have a new location off the west side, so I'm not downtown anymore.
Okay.
I upgraded.
A couple things.
Yeah,
Okay. Hey, good. My when you said that about the cookie dough in the freezer, my daughter's
yes,
a baker.
yes,
I know about that cookie dough in the freezer.
yes,
I wish I was in Detroit. She wants to go to culinary school to be a baker, you
yes.
know. And sometimes I try to. I wish I knew somebody who was a baker who could just kind of help her, along.
Yes.
I'm not a baker. My mom taught her, how to bake. She won't do anything from a box, a can, nothing. Everything she does is, from scratch because that's how
Mhm.
my mom taught her, and I don't have that
Yes.
skill, to teach her that. I wish she had somebody who could take that time to like work with her, to help her, with her
Yes.
skills. So sometimes she just get in the kitchen, work with her cookbooks and, give it a try or whatever, and mom,
Yes.
baby, this is good. This is good. You know what I'm saying? I
Yes.
like sweets. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
it's gonna be good to me, but I like your dad doing that. Although that can be hurtful, at the same
Yes.
time, that's the thing that helps us get better at what we do, as opposed to saying, "Okay, it's pretty good," or you know,
It could be
being
better.
right. It could be better,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But I have to get one of your cheesecakes, and that was one reason why I wanted to interview because I know that you ship, nationally, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
all right.
Yes. I can ship a cheesecake. Yeah. So the Cleveland, I ship Cleveland often, Ohio often.
Oh, you do?
Hmm.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you, how has it been for you? I'm sure you get this. Well, let me ask you, when did you go from maybe, just shipping to friends on Facebook, friends and whatnot, in your home or whatever, to, making it a full-blown business and getting you a space?
So how did that happen? Um, so my cheesecakes were always very popular since I first started. I was always a very celebrated cheesecake maker,
Okay.
because it was like I was very consistent. So imagine you're dropping like two new cheesecakes almost every week for like years.
Right.
That's how consistent I was. How did I? It started as a hobby. It started as a hobby first. I was really just doing it for fun, and so I was very interactive with my Facebook friends. So they would tell me, "Hey, Toy, make this cheesecake, or maybe you should try this." And they would send me cheesecakes, or
Mhm.
sometimes I'd ask questions like, "Hey, what should I make next?" And they'll throw suggestions to me, so I could go and create it for them. And a lot of
Okay.
times people were buying it. Now, so went from a hobby into a
Mhm.
hustle. Since I said I was good at it, I actually like doing it. Like, okay, I can use this to pay a couple of bills or whatever, and
Right.
turned it to a hustle. And people loved my work. Like, these are the best cheesecakes we ever had, because I wasn't making pie type cheesecakes. I started making gourmet deep dish cheesecakes and everything. So that's what
Okay.
I started with. I didn't start with pies. I started pies as to test it out. But my selling product was gourmet, always gourmet work for the beginning.
Okay.
So after that, it was like, okay, so I turned it from a hobby to a hustle to a business. And I turned it to a business, like just in case. Having a restaurant wasn't always, wasn't really on the list of things to do. But with
Okay.
the talent that I have, and as far as growing a restaurant, just makes sense now. So
Okay.
I went through, turned to a hobby for a hustle. I almost went national 2 years in. Two
Wow.
years in, yeah, almost went national. Yeah.
Wow. So you
And I
you
did that not off my cheesecake. That was off my strawberry crunch jar. So not only did I make homemade cheesecake, I made I made cheesecake jars. My cheesecake jars are really popular.
okay.
I come with a variety of flavors: strawberry crunch, banana pudding cheesecake. I have the biggest banana pudding menu in Michigan.
Really?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
okay, will you say you had the biggest banana pudding
Menu
menu?
selection of a variety,
Oh, for
variety.
real? A
Yeah,
banana pudding.
yes.
Oh wow, that's
Yes,
dope.
yes, and I'm always creating new flavors. So my
Okay.
nicknames are the Cheesecake Alchemist and Toya the Creator,
I
and I
like that.
take pride in those names because
Yeah,
I really love what I do.
right.
God told me to get back in the kitchen. He told me recently to get back in the kitchen, so I have my creative bug back. So I'm trying to test out new flavors, new recipes.
Okay.
Right now, ice cream is big. I'm making ice cream now. I waited till winter to start making ice cream.
Okay. I think I
So
know, right? I saw
right.
that. Didn't you have
Yes.
oh, your sisters, the video you made with your sisters?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Okay. Well, look, I didn't know who was knocking on my door about a year or so ago, did I?
Hmm.
Oh, wow. I'm like humbled and proud and thank you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, God is good. I give all honor to God. If it wasn't for God, God is the one that's making all this possible. My
Yeah.
talent, my ability, my strength all comes from God. It's God
Okay.
that's really doing this.
Okay.
But yes, He's enabling everything. I give, when I say all honor to Him and my
Yeah.
parents and my grandparents, I give it all to them.
Right. Right.
Yes.
That's awesome. And I believe in that and I agree with that. Um, so the last time that we actually, kind of spoke with one another, it's been a long time.
Yes.
It's been a long time. I remember you were working downtown. So now you say you're on the west side.
Hmm.
Um, what did I want to ask? Tell me about your because okay, I don't want to go into our private conversations. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Your expansion because I don't you aren't you looking to go like not just in that one spot, right?
Yes. One of my goals is to franchise Toys Cheesecakes. Yes, one
Yeah.
of my goals now is to franchise, but make Toys Cheesecakes an international brand.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, one of my
Yes.
goals is to make Toys Cheesecakes an international brand. I want to kind of compare it to maybe like how Swiss chocolate, the Swiss Candy Factory has their set up to where it's international, and you can
Okay.
only order it through them, their type of style candy through, and that's how exclusive I want Toya's Cheesecakes to be. That you can
Okay.
only get Toya's Cheesecakes type desserts through Toya's Cheesecakes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Like in grocery stores and
Yes, yes. Grocery stores, that's on the list also. But mind you, I carry my product across Michigan anyway. So going to grocery stores, that's just not like that's not really a challenge for me.
okay.
What I really want is mass production. I'll be happy once I get two cheesecakes in mass production. When I have my own production facility, then I
Okay.
feel like I've actually accomplished something. Because right now everything is, once you get so used to doing something, it's just like actually like kind of second nature. It gets boring. So right now I need a new challenge, some new challenge opening up Toya's Cheesecakes. One of my ideas is maybe to have a brunch style bakery. So one thing I'm also good at is cooking. I'm really good at cooking also. So
Okay.
I can transfer any cheesecake I have on my menu and transfer it to breakfast. So imagine if I have a strawberry crust cheesecake.
Mm-hmm.
I can make strawberry crust waffles. I can make strawberry crust
Oh,
pancakes.
right.
I
I
can make
see.
strawberry crust French toast.
Okay.
Same thing with pumpkin. Same thing with red velvet.
Yes.
I think I'm catching the cold. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's it's kind of been going around. I know here that's been a thing, people been dealing with. I've been fighting it with lemon and honey and cayenne, all of that. I'm like,
Yes.
I don't need it. Yeah, all right. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, so that's
Mhm.
one of the goals that I'm working on to
Okay.
develop a half brunch, half bakery. So and I
Okay.
wanted to stay open like, like club hours, so you get brunch all times in the night. In the same
Mm,
area, if you want a dessert, like I say, 11 o'clock at night, you get desserts really late at night also, along with at the
right.
bar.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Go ahead, Latoya. I like this. This is dope. This is dope. Tell me now. Now I saw a picture on Instagram with you at a
Hmm.
basketball game.
Yes.
And so tell us about that.
Yes. So I was invited to by one of the Pistons mascots. He invited me initially to make
Okay.
a cheesecake for the Detroit Pistons, and I got invited by another lady for to present a cheesecake, the same type of cheesecake at the Detroit Pistons game. Yes.
Okay.
So it's just basically take part in this exhibition table, passing out business cards,
Yeah.
and it's just networking. Yes.
Okay. All
Yes.
right.
So I've been making cheesecakes for sports teams lately. Um, Calvin Johnson got recognized one of my cheesecakes, and the
Okay.
Detroit Lions did too. So that's pretty dope.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
All right. That's
Hmm.
awesome. Awesome. Tell me then, how has it been for you? How would you say being in business, how's that journey been for you? But also, as a woman, as a black woman, how has it been for you?
Sometimes good, sometimes it can be challenging.
Mhm,
It can be challenging, just like working in corporate America, just being a black woman in corporate America, just being a black woman.
mhm,
Period. It can be challenging. Dealing with racism, you got to deal with sexual harassment. You got to deal with
mhm.
jealousy. Everybody wants to compete with you, like everybody, men and women. you
Okay.
know,
Mhm.
you really, I've really learned there's no such thing as friends in business, and I
Yeah.
have to learn that the hard way. Like
Okay.
everybody doesn't have good intentions for you.
Right.
And you think they do. You have these intentions for them, and want to grow with them, build with them, but they might not have the same intentions for you, also. And
Okay.
that's I'm learning that.
Okay.
But I never let anything stop me. It actually added more fuel to me to go harder. Do
Okay.
better, create more, because a lot of the hate I get is to try to stop me. And if they stop me, they win. They will not win. They
Right.
try, they fail every single
Yeah.
time.
Right. Right. I
Yeah.
remember the one situation you was dealing with a while ago. But I see you still going forth and doing your thing,
Yeah,
So
always. I will always keep going forward. There will always be situations. There will always be haters. There will always be naysayers. People try to diminish my talent. I get people that try to diminish my talent and abilities often. And it's the hate when I say it's real, but it's so funny because it's like I'm still the same Toya. I'm not just because of the success I've had with Toya's Cheesecakes. I've never let her change me. I'm still a very humble person, very down to earth. I try to
mhm.
help people whenever I can. I actually have a charity. My charity is called Toya's Cheesecakes Foundation, where I give back directly to Black women and Black children.
Say that you give
Desserts,
what?
cash, give back directly to Black women and
Okay.
Black children. Yeah,
Okay.
cash, desserts. This summer I did an autism prom. Last year I did charity work at Naomi's Nest. It's in a drug and alcohol facility in Highland Park, Michigan. So what I
Okay.
did was I was sponsored by a philanthropist by the name
Mhm.
of Simone Gordon. So she sponsored me to donate 50 jars to Black women. We were actually going to ship them, but I told the shipper was down because of COVID. So I
Mhm.
picked the local place, and Naomi Nest was the place we picked. And so
Okay.
I donated 50 jars, about 2 jars each, and got gift bags from Bath and Body Works where I put lotion and sprays in each basket, desserts, and I handmade them bouquets also
Okay.
for Mother's Day.
Okay.
Yeah, so after the event, I also gave him a speech talking about my story, over some of the triumphs I had to overcome, and how God kept me through all of it. And so
Okay.
it was very nice. It had some women in there crying. There was a
Oh,
lot of women that wanted to, when they got themselves together, they wanted to actually work for me and stuff.
okay.
And so
Okay.
it was a very beautiful and enlightening to have to be able to inspire people, lift people up, encourage people.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about to me. I don't care about the fame, the cloud. That's not what I'm in it for. I'm in it for the talent,
Okay.
and I'm in it for it to help people and do God's work, and that's what I'm
Right.
doing.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Do you at this point, do you still work in the kitchen, or do you have, you train your people? I'm sure, like, would you say that your recipe? I would think so. It's like a secret,
Oh,
recipe.
Toya's Cheesecakes is still a one woman show.
Oh, wow.
Yes, all of this is still. done by me. Now I have an assistant when I have events like Friday. I was at the Pistons game. I
Yeah.
had my sister fill in, so she runs my location, but everything is up here. Nothing's written down.
Toya,
Everything, all the
for real.
shipping, the packaging, the labels, um, the photography, the baking, the launching, the forecasting, the product place, all that. That's all me.
Okay, the recipes,
Everything's all me.
everything.
Everything, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
So
I need some
how
help. I need some
mhm,
help. I need some help.
yeah. Okay. How's that been for you though? I mean, like,
I mean, it can get tiring. It's labor. And
yeah,
having your own business, you work 24/7. You literally work 24/7.
right.
And having a job is easier because it's dependable. But
Yeah.
I'm not making as much money as I was making in engineering, but the quality of life I have is better. I'm a lot happier.
Okay.
And then I was in engineering. I still have my troubles, my struggles. With baking. Dealing with business.
Mhm.
Supply issues could be an issue. But I've been blessed. The supply shortage. We had like a cream cheese shortage this year. There was times where I couldn't find vanilla wafers. It was for a while. A couple of my products were out of stock.
Okay.
But God kept me through the
Hmm.
whole time that I never had a misproduction like that. I
Okay.
was always able to find products, always,
Okay.
and that was through God.
Right. I
So He's
love
been
how
through it.
you give God, the glory for that.
Yep.
Obviously from the sound of it, God was definitely in this. You
Yes.
understand what I'm saying for
Yes.
you, especially, losing your job like that. And, we know engineering, you making, like you said, six
Making
figures.
some money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
making some good money. And you could have even overlooked that and continued to try to look for,
Hmm.
another engineering job. But sometimes I feel like, when God has a calling on you, people talk about callings. It's not always about being in the pulpit,
Yes.
or working in a church setting. It's so many things. To me personally, I think nursing is a calling. I know a lot of people do it, but everybody don't have the heart to do it. You understand what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes.
So to, you know, put God first, you know what I'm saying? And knowing that God was in it. Because you could have said, forget it, I'm just gonna keep trying to find me an engineering job. I want that money, blah, blah, blah. This is too hard, whatever, whatever. And then who knows what would have happened. You
Okay.
might still be sitting there looking for,
Yes.
looking for that job, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Come through, you know what I
Yes.
mean? Or whatever, anything. And missing, like you said, the
Hmm.
quality of life that you're enjoying now. Because that's true. When you have your own business, it's all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you
24/7.
said, 7. But if it's something that
Yeah.
you love,
I can make $300 one week, and next week I can make $1,100. You know,
okay, right,
it can vary.
okay,
I go through leaps, sales leaps. But I mind you, not only was I an engineer, I used to be a supply planner too. So I worked in the food and beverage energy industry. So we're having a supply chain background. Um, I got to learn forecast. I got to learn product launching. I got to
okay,
learn sourcing.
okay,
I got to learn about supply shortages.
right,
Inventory management. So I apply those same techniques towards my business, and that's
okay,
how I keep it. The
okay,
infrastructure, everything flows really good. Because of the training I had as an engineer. So the engineering background really comes into play, especially with my creativity. When I was an engineer, one of the things I was good at was innovation. Coming
okay,
up with things. I could have inventor on my on my resume if I wanted to. You know,
okay,
um, so I used those creative abilities that I even have with engineering and custom order, and I applied it to towards my business also, and it's been working with the options and the very different varieties, and
mhm,
it's been really working for me. When I say engineering was a great field to go into, and it
mhm.
does apply towards my baking, it really does.
Yeah,
Um,
because you are very creative. You know what I'm
yes,
saying? Some of the flavors that I've seen you post, I can't remember. It was something was blueberry, something other, and I was like, oh my god! And
blueberry lemon.
yeah,
Yeah.
what now was that the ice cream or was that the cheese? And then on a
It,
stick, the
Yeah,
what you have?
cheesecake on a stick. Yep. So I made that before a chef. I got an opportunity to compete for a spot where I start chef for a
Okay,
pastry chef. So I'm still in the running for it. So that was
okay,
one of mine. He wanted something yellow and blue Michigan State color, U of M colors, and so that's
okay,
what I created. He wanted it on a stick.
okay,
Excuse me. And
mhm,
that's what we came up with.
okay,
And so Now that one was kind of extreme for him. I'm not even gonna lie. He's like, yeah, Toy, this ain't. I'm gonna be honest, because you're not
Okay.
gonna win everything,
Right.
But that doesn't diminish or take away my creative ability. That might
Okay.
not just be the right product for him at the time, and that's fine. He
Right.
said, try again. And
Okay.
so right now I'm working on my plain cheesecakes on the stick. So I'm gonna try again with that one, see how he likes that one or
Okay.
whatever. So that was really just showing my creative flexibility because the blue in there was the blueberry crunch in there. I had to hand make that myself.
Mm.
It's easy to make
Mm.
lemon crunch, but to make a navy blue
Yeah.
crunch,
Okay.
that's talent, that's
Yeah.
skill, that's
Yeah.
engineering.
Well, yes.
Yeah,
Yes. I was going to ask you, well, initially when you said that you were an engineer, I didn't know that,
yeah,
in the past when we spoke. So I said to myself, well, no wonder, you know what I'm saying? It
yeah.
just kind of clicks,
Mm-hmm.
but,
Yeah,
and you know what? That wasn't nothing from the sound of it, but that wasn't nothing just but a setup from God to prepare you for this. You
yes,
understand what I'm
yes,
saying? Get
yes,
this experience. I want you to get this experience for this greater, thing
yes.
here, this greater venture here,
Yes, yes, yes. So I
Um,
worked in some pretty nice companies. I worked like I did like 4 internships in college, so I was like an overachiever or
okay.
whatever. I was an overachiever. I interned at like Kuka, Honda, Delphi, Dell Computers. So I was an
Mm,
engineer at Dell Computers for some years.
wow.
Pepsi. I've been working in the oil field, and so the oil field ain't nothing but money. Ain't nothing
Right.
but money,
Right, right,
So I
right.
have that experience also. So I'm very, very well rounded in a lot of areas.
Yes.
I can
Okay.
play golf. I can even play golf.
Right,
So I
right.
was raised being at maximum exposure. That's what my dad believed in, exposure.
Okay.
He took us to nice Broadway plays. Taught us how to play golf. Taught
Mm,
us how to play chess. I don't really know how to play that good. I'm not even gonna lie. I was more of a checkers person.
mhm,
But it wasn't my thing. But to have to be successful in any room. And that's
mhm.
my goal. No matter what room you put me in, I will succeed. I can be
Okay.
at the hood, or I can be at the I could be at the corporate dinner table. It don't
Right. I
matter.
love it.
I could be in the boardroom. It don't matter to me. I could
Right.
be giving a speech in front of 10,000 people. I've done
Mhm.
that before. But at the
Okay.
same time, I still like to go chill at the park with my people. I like to
Right.
do both. I like the duality, and I
Okay.
love my culture. I love being black. Love my black people. I love my black culture. I would love people to know this is anything is possible. You can
Mhm.
lose it all and still make it. I've always been a person that had a lot of things struck against me, like I wasn't supposed to make it. I've always, been attacked because of my looks, because of jealousy.
Mhm.
I've been through, like when I say that, my
Mhm.
whole life,
Yeah.
and I never let it stop me. Like just use it to go higher, go
Okay.
harder.
Right.
And so I have to force a fight every day to be here, get here, and I'm going to continue to fight because I have to make history. There is no black
Mm,
woman today with a major cheesecake brand. Name
okay.
one. Name one black woman with a major cheesecake brand. Name
I,
a black
you
man. Who is a black man with a major cheesecake brand? We don't have any.
right.
I
Right.
will be the first.
Go ahead. I love their attitude. What did you
I mean,
say? Everything I do, no matter where I go, I'm successful. I love that.
no matter what room you put me in, I
Mhm.
will succeed. You
Right.
know,
Okay.
you have to have duality.
Right.
You have to have duality. You have to reach all people, all walks of life. So it's not all about working with VIPs, execs, and celebs. What about the homeless? What about the less fortunate? What about the people that people turn their nose at or look side eye at? What about those people? They matter too.
Right.
So it's not all about the VIP and all that image stuff. I don't care. I'm not here for that. I don't care about that. I care
Right.
about who you are as a person, how you treat people.
Okay.
So that's why people like working with me because
Mhm.
I treat people good.
Okay.
I'm very humble. Treat people
Okay.
nice because that's good businesses. Also, nobody wants to buy desserts from a mean baker. Bad
Right.
customer service. That's not gonna you're not gonna be successful.
Right.
But how do you treat people that can't do anything for you? That's what I
Mhm.
judge people by: your character and your integrity. That's
Mhm.
it. That's what you have at the end of the day. It's your word.
Right. And
It's
you know what? That makes a difference because
yeah,
it's been some people they could do something and they might have been able to do it well, but it was their attitude, the lack of integrity, so on and so forth, that didn't propel them as far as they could have gone.
yes,
And some people they might have been a little bit mediocre compared to
yes,
that person, but the
yes,
integrity, that person, how they were, and they, propelled forward
yes,
past
yes.
that. let me ask you. Okay, my next question. What and then I'll ask these things I ask you if you want to talk about. I want to get into that. But my first question is, I mean, my next question is, do you have any advice on getting started um, in business in general, then like the business of food, because that's a whole nother ball of wax right there. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And any advice in general, for stepping out there and going on that journey, especially for people who might find themselves in a place where you were when you lost your job. You understand what I'm
Yes.
saying? Hmm.
So I would say just try. Um, just try what you love. Find out what you love and do that. If you know what they say, that's true. If you do what you love, it's never a job, and I do what I love, and I find myself very fortunate being able to live my dream. Because not
Okay.
everybody gets to do that. It's something I don't take for granted. So,
Okay.
but that would being said, you still got to pay bills and
Right.
everything. But I
Right.
don't stop. That's what I tell people. Don't stop. If this is what you really want to do, you have to give it 100%. There's gonna be times where I don't have plenty of overdrafts, but I was still going to the cake supply store, getting my supplies to
Mm,
go create something. Because I
okay.
knew at the end of the day, as long as I'm able to create, I will be okay.
Okay.
Because I was damn near homeless. I was damn
Right.
near homeless. I was 35, living in my mom's basement. I didn't have anything. And
Mhm.
there was times where I was about to be kicked out. Times I almost went through eviction, and the only thing I needed was a roof over my head, a stove, and a refrigerator. And
Okay.
my cousin was renting out an apartment. I told him, like, hey, that's all I need. A roof
Okay.
over my head, a stove, and a refrigerator. I don't care the area. I don't care
Mm,
what it looks like. As long as I'll be able to bake, I will be okay. Because the
right.
right person will see my production, my creations. The right
Mhm.
person will give me an opportunity.
Mhm.
And
Right.
it will be created. As long as
Mhm.
I keep baking and I keep going.
Okay.
And that's what I did. So you
And that's
cannot stop. You cannot stop. It will get hard. But nobody's going to live your dream for you. The best thing
right.
I can tell you, do not try to convince others of your worth. Do
Say
not
that
make
again.
do
Say
not
that.
try to convince others of your worth.
Right.
Do not try to convince others of why they should support you. Either they do or they don't, and you don't need them. At the end of the day, you don't. You have everything you need in you to succeed.
Okay.
Everything. You already have it.
Right.
That's it. Just keep
Right.
going.
Just keep going. Just don't stop.
Yes, the God,
Mhm.
Lord, it says in the Bible that the Lord will make your enemies your stepping stool. Every bad situation I've been through, I knew I would get past it and I would use this to get higher towards God and closer to my goal. And that's
Okay.
how you have to look at it. But like blocks, several blocks gonna happen.
Mhm.
Things are going to happen, but what are you going to do afterwards? That
Right.
determines who you are, who you will be.
Right.
Keep going.
Right. There's another one I was thinking of. Your gifts will make room for you and bring you before great men.
Yes.
And that sounds like that's what has happened for you, and what
Yes.
is happening for you.
Yes. Yes.
You utilized your gift, and you
Yes.
didn't quit, and it's
And
brought
that's
you and bringing you continuously before great men.
yes,
Hmm.
yes, yes. Not all of them that trust me. Not all of them that great. Trust me.
Hmm. Oh, I'm
Not,
sure. I'm sure.
yeah, not all
Yeah,
of them. All these men and women are great, honey.
right. But
But
even with you, the like you said, and great. It's not always about, like you say,
it's a
uh,
status thing. It's a stab part like status. But my pastor always told me that I will be in a company of great people often because of the good works I do. Also, I will be known across the world for my
yes.
good works. I would know across the world for the way I help and heal people.
Okay.
Not only for my time, my credibility, just for doing the Lord's work.
Okay.
There's so much more that can be done. How we can help people, not even just black people, but
Mhm.
everyone. There's a lot of good we can do.
Right, right.
Yes.
Everyone. I like that. Now you said tell us about the importance of business, legacy, talent, creativity, and you talked about God continuously throughout the stream. What are those things that you want us to know?
Can you give me 1 second? Can we
Sure.
can we take a break? Can we pause it?
I don't know if I can pause it, but just take your break that you need to
Okay, give me
take.
a couple of minutes.
Okay. All right. Queen, I don't know if you're still here when you say a notification went out for this. I think I just made a short um for it. I didn't make up anything besides that for this, but I put it on my other
And this way,
platforms.
and you know
Huh?
where that, you know where
Reels, shorts, stuff like that. So the two
okay.
people that are here, thank you for being here. If anybody has any questions or anything they want to ask Toya, she has social media handles. She does have a channel here on YouTube. um Cheesecake Queen. Okay, Toya's Cheesecakes. She ships nationally. All right. And I'm gonna have to purchase one. Thank you, Queen. Thank you. Oh, okay. YouTube's supposed to send notifications. And you know how YouTube do. They share what they want to share. I don't know, But thank you so much. But yeah, she ships nationally. Her cheesecakes. I'm gonna have make sure she gives us her social media handles before we get off here, so you can check her out. Maybe you can order from her, support her. She is an awesome person, awesome individual. I met Toya. It might be going on 2 years now. It's been quite a while. And yeah, I saw she had her YouTube, see her out there doing her thing. And I just think it's wonderful, especially when people are out there doing what it is that they feel, led to do. Um, in terms of business, even if it's not like a full-time business for you, even if it's something that you do on the side, just doing what you love. And it's not an easy thing, having your own business. But I wanted to make sure I brought her on and interviewed with her. And I think she's back. Are you
Yeah,
back?
yeah,
Okay.
okay. I'm back. I get the drive. I'm doing running DoorDash right now. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Still trying to get some money.
Okay.
Um,
Right.
driver be here in 2 minutes. So what's the
Okay.
question?
Okay. You said you wanted to share with us um, the importance of
Legacy.
okay, Black business, legacy, talent, creativity, and God. What are the things you want to say to it?
So when you talk about legacy, what will you leave behind? So why Toy Cheesecakes is so important to me, it's what I will leave to my future. I don't have children now, my future children, maybe passed out to my nieces and nephews. Um, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
My family, on my mom's side, is known for cooking. On my dad's side, I come from a long line of business owners, black business owners, very long line of black business owners. So the talent, creativity, and black business is on both sides of my family. So it's really in my blood and everything. So I will be the first person on my family with the restaurant. With the restaurant. And so
Okay.
it was important to me for my mom's side of the family to take this creative cooking ability and take it to the next level.
Okay.
That was very, when I say very important for me, very, very important to me because this will be the Johnson legacy. We
Okay.
never really had one before. I will
Mhm.
be the first one that actually took something to done, do with my cravability.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And as for black business is very important. 'Cause I was raised to support black business.
Hmm.
Even when we're going shopping, let's find a black business to go to first before we go to any other business. Let's make sure we get this money to a black family.
Okay.
What black business can I who promote? I remember when I was on Facebook for some time ago. I would go Black Business Wednesday, and so I would find a black business to support and promote every Wednesday.
Mm, okay. Okay.
That's how serious I was about it because I wanted to see black businesses, grow. I want to see black businesses thrive. We don't have to necessarily go through white people. We can all do it ourselves. We can build our own community, our own support systems.
Right.
For
Right.
our families and our business and companies.
Okay. Yeah, we did it
Yes,
before. Black Wall Street.
yes, we
A
did
couple.
have Black Wall Street. Yes, we did.
Right. Right.
Oh, hold on 1 second.
Okay. She is got her cheesecakes. She works with DoorDash, I believe Uber. Okay. I think she had her cheesecakes in the gas station. I'm not really sure. When she comes back, she can let us know about that. So she's just off the driver's here. So she got to make sure he gets the order. Okay. So she's still working. I thought she was gonna be done, but she's still working. So
Yeah,
that's
I'm on the clock to 12 o'clock tonight.
okay. Okay.
Yeah,
And
okay, so
still a
I'm
one
back. I'm
woman
back.
show.
Yes,
Okay.
as far as business. So we were raised. I was raised on black business. I watched my father not only support us. Now I'm the oldest of six, right?
Okay. Wow.
So yes, so I'm oldest of six kids. So I watched my father support six kids, two households,
Okay.
off being a black business owner.
Okay.
So this is what I know. This is a part of our legacy, and my sisters are business owners also.
Okay.
So I have two brothers, three sisters. All of us are business owners
Wow.
and
Okay.
college degree holders.
Okay.
Yeah. And the one
Okay.
that doesn't have a college degree has the most businesses, the most success.
Wow.
My
Right.
sisters,
Right.
yes. So it's in their blood. And so when I say I'm proud of my legacy, I'm
Hmm.
proud. So I will be the first baker, the one that does something with the baking, the talent, and creativity.
Okay.
Yes.
One thing that you were sharing too that to me, when you're talking about your father
Yes.
and the role he played in your life and has, played in your life, it shows that the important, how important that role is. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? But not just the body that's there, but an actual father who's, you know, work, working and pouring into his seed. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
Children, you know what I mean? Because you
Yes.
mentioned him a lot. And of course, I know your mother's role is important, but
Yeah.
that I just love that how you talked about that because that proves that. And the things that he did with you, that stayed with you, that have made a difference to help you to get to where you are and doing what you're doing and having that
Yes.
spirit of, work it, do it, don't quit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know
Yes.
what I'm saying?
I have a funny story about my dad.
Mhm.
One day, when I first started baking, I was auditioning for a celebrity chef by the name of Chef Max. So not only
Okay.
a celebrity chef, but he's a philanthropist also.
Okay.
So my uncle knew him. My family, like I said, my family is black, has black business, so they're pretty connected people and stuff. So he knew him. He's like, "Hey,
Okay.
I got a niece that makes these awesome cheesecakes. You should try them so you can carry them in your restaurant, right?"
Mhm.
And so I was like, "Oh my goodness, this would be a great opportunity." So my job was only do this for like a few months, right?
Mhm.
And so I met, so I called my dad the night before. The meeting was like, "Hey, I don't know what to bring him. So I bring him a plain cheesecake, so I bring him a strawberry cheesecake. What about an Oreo? That's good. What about banana? Everybody loves the banana pudding. What should I
Mhm.
bring?" And so my dad was like, "Hell, bring all four of them. Show him what it means to be king." And I
Oh,
was like, and that's I went gone since. That's the only thing he had to tell me. And I've
right.
been going off since.
Right.
I ain't
Right.
been right since.
Okay. Just right.
you
Right.
know. So when I say, and when he just say, when there's a challenge, I show him who the king is. And when it's the king of the cheesecake, I'm the king of cheesecakes. Period.
Right. I love it.
Period.
Love it. Right. I love it.
This
I
is
love
what it is.
attitude. I love it. Look, I'm just gonna have to come to Detroit and have dinner with y'all.
Yes. Oh yes, yes. So my mom can not to take anything from my mother.
Mm,
Now she is when it comes to cooking and baking. My mother is such a good cook
mm,
that I used to write on Facebook. My mommy could cook better than your mama, and people would
mm.
jump on there and agree.
Ooh, ooh, okay. Right.
I
I'm
could put my mother's soul food cooking anybody against the north and the south easily.
wow. Okay.
Easily. Grandmother also. So my grandmother was an iconic soul food cook also.
Okay.
But so like I said, they didn't really, they really want to do too much with their talent and ability, and that's why I'm the first one of talent in the family that would do something with the talent and ability we have.
Okay. All
Yes.
right. Yeah, because I see that's everybody don't have it like that. It
Yeah.
can taste good, but it's one thing when it's good like that, you know.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Toya, give us your all your social media handles.
So 1 second. So Toys Cheesecakes can be found on Facebook, Instagram. I have TikTok also and YouTube also. I can be
Yes.
found on my website is toyscheesecakes.com. I
Let
have
me write
Uber, DoorDash, and Grubhub.
Uber, DoorDash, and Grubhub.
Yes.
Okay. And remember, y'all, you can she ships nationally, okay? I'm gonna
Yes.
be ordering one myself. All right, maybe for the
Yes.
holidays, like Thanksgiving or something. Well, I know I probably have to hurry up because you probably have orders out the ass around holiday time, don't you?
Yes, I be pretty busy. I rarely sleep during the holiday. I might sleep 2 hours a night during Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
If
And-
that.
Huh?
If that.
If that. Toya, I gotta get a shirt You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
When
I
you
want to start carrying merch now.
okay, I definitely want a t-shirt, So anything else you want to share with us before we go?
Hmm. I just want to say I'm grateful to be here. I'm very happy. I want to thank God first and foremost. I want to thank my parents. I want to thank my grandparents for the abilities they have given me. I want to thank God for leading the way and continue to protect me and bless and watch over me and my business. And I'm looking forward to the continued growth of Toya's Cheesecakes and Toya's Cheesecakes Foundation.
All right, me too. I'm so honored, honestly, that you because I didn't know your story. We just, working with each other. I'm honored that you listening
Yes,
to you and that you came to me. You know what I mean? When you
yes,
did. It's
yes,
a great blessing. And I
yes,
really appreciate it. That you
yes.
saw
Thank you.
something in me that will be valuable to you. You know what I'm
Yes, like
saying?
yes,
That's something
yes.
that you
I was
have.
like, okay, I got to get a vibe from this sister. I got to get
Okay.
a vibe from her. Like when I
Thank
say
you.
I enjoy your work, I enjoy your channel. Like, girl, yes, you
Okay,
and everything be resonating. You're really,
thank
yes.
you.
Listen, you just do a Pisces channel. Just do it all straight
I
Pisces.
know, right? I think about you every single time I do Pisces, and I say to myself, every time I do Pisces, I said, I wonder if she's watching this. I wonder if
Girl, I'm
she.
watching every single one. I'll be damn near like, where the Pisces at?
Well, remember, I tried to do all them channels. I got overwhelmed. I'm like, this too much, you
Just
know.
do Pisces. Just do Pisces.
But I think about it. I think about it. I think about it. So we'll see. We'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
I'm about to rewatch because I think I was in the kitchen while I was
Mhm.
listening to your last one. So after we end this, I'm about to watch the last one. And girl, yes,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
you always you resonate a lot, right? And when I say I'm
Thank
just
you.
totally grateful for you, your talent, your ability. So you're
Thank you.
helping black women like us. You're helping women like us. With your talent and ability. I think when I first met you, I told my mom we were gonna meet tonight, and she said,
Mhm.
"Where'd you meet her from?" I was like, "Girl, Facebook." We were Facebook friends at first.
Right. That's right.
We face.
Remember, I don't
Yes,
know. Remember, I was trying to do this on Facebook. When I first
yes,
started, I was doing interviews with people on Facebook, and I
yes,
only did it like twice because after like the first or second time I did it, they took the live streamer where you could share the
yeah,
sharing, and they took it away. And so I stopped, and then next thing I know, a couple months later, they put it back.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I said, well, because I interview, I don't know if you may not be able to see it, but Sunkiss Spiritual Consulting, check her channel. She got two channels.
Uh huh.
So sub to her. She's got some great content on both her channels, but I was able to do it with her. And I said, you know what? I want to pick that back up again because I thought
Yes,
about doing it back on, Facebook. But I like YouTube.
yes,
But Queen said Facebook get on my nerves. I know that's
yes,
right. It does. It does.
yes.
Yeah. This is
Yeah,
wonderful.
so now we're here. We started as Facebook friends.
Yeah.
Then I told my mom, I said, yeah, this y'all she went to YouTube, so I just followed her on YouTube and was supporting her from there. And so I said, she asked me that I want to do an interview. I'm like, sure, let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah, and I appreciate it too.
Yes,
Look, just tell mom I said hi.
yes, yeah. When you come out to have her make you a pound cake or something, like have her
Okay, okay. You know
girl.
what? If she doesn't mind,
Hmm.
okay, I have to plan this. If she
Hmm.
doesn't mind, I will pay her
Yeah.
to take my daughter in that kitchen with her and show her some shit.
So yeah, she would be the person to do because my mom, she's so good at cooking. She could probably teach and bake, have a cooking school right now if she wanted to.
Uh,
'Cause that's how good she was.
Okay, I believe it. I believe it.
Yes,
Yeah, I miss that kind of. I haven't had that kind of soul food cooking in so long.
yes. Even the potato salad, like it's great. Like I have to have potato salad with every meal. But
Okay,
one thing I could cook really good that I'll do the whole family and not just cheesecake,
what's that?
turkey,
Oh,
turkey.
turkey ain't no easy feat.
Yeah, so I'm really good at the complicated things. I'm
Okay,
really good at those. Like asking to make some rice, girl. No, I mess up a pan of rice.
right, right, right.
I will overcook some noodles, but turkey, I'm really well. Put it like this, I can compete with my turkey.
Okay.
Compete with it. Like my turkey is so moist and juicy, it falls off the bone. Like
Oh,
every single time, it's flavored all the way through.
right.
And I have people that don't even eat turkey. I had a girl where my first turkey was so good
Mhm.
that I had a girl that said she ever ate turkey in 20 years because it's so dry and flavorless. She was like, "This
Mm-hmm.
is like the moistest, juiciest chicken breast I ever had in my
Mm.
life."
Mm. She thought it was chicken.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so
Wow.
it's so a turkey prepping business is something I could do also, like around the holiday times where I could take their turkey, clean it and marinate it, and just
Mm-hmm.
give it back to them, and they could cook it themselves. Like I'm just doing the marinating process, and you
Okay.
could make it yourself.
Okay.
Like yeah, it's like I'm that good at turkey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead then. Before I know it, I'll be looking at Toya's turkeys.
Listen, we got Toya's ice cream now. Ain't no
Right.
joke.
Right. So those
Like,
the sisters that you those are your blood siblings in
yes,
the
we
video.
were blessed. Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah,
That
we
was
all kind of looking like a little bit, like we kind of favor a little bit.
okay.
We all got so we have two different mothers, and we all
Okay.
got the same dad.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah.
that you had a peach cobbler.
Mm.
That's like one of my all-time favorite. That and red velvet are my all-time favorite. Do
Ooh,
not
oh,
mess them up. I get pissed.
listen. I make a red velvet banana pudding.
Come on now.
I make a red velvet banana pudding that is divine. I made that for Trina. I made that for the rapper Trina, and
Oh,
I made
really?
her and I made her a red velvet cheesecake too.
Okay.
Yes, and they loved it. Her whole crew loved it. Now they all loved it. Like, 'cause I gave her crew desserts too,
Okay.
and everybody loved it. So I make a red velvet banana pudding,
Okay.
red velvet cheesecake cookies.
Okay.
I can,
Right. I foresee just like the one time when I met you that came up, the international franchising. I remember that came
yes,
up. So I foresee that, just in my I ain't reading nothing, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? That's you're gonna do marvelous great things, I believe,
yes,
with your brand. You know what I'm
yes,
saying? Continued marvelous great things with your brand.
yes,
May it be so, you
yes.
know.
When I say through God, all things are possible. Through God,
Hmm.
all things are possible. Also, I
Okay.
keep God. The best advice I can give to anybody in business: keep
Mhm.
God for if that's what you believe in. I'm not gonna tell people what they believe in,
Mhm.
but if you keep God at the forefront of your business, I keep
Mhm.
God at the forefront. I don't make a move without him.
Yeah.
I go to him
Okay.
first before everything,
Okay.
for everything,
Yeah.
and He leads the way each and every time. Let Him
Okay.
order your steps. Look to the hills, which comes your help.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Okay. I love it. I love it, Toya. All right, we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you
Yeah.
so much
Yes.
again.
I apologize for about the DoorDash and stuff.
That's all right. I love it. You still, it's still showing your
Yeah.
work. You know what I'm
If you
saying?
see in the background, I don't have a cute background, but I want to draw attention to. I was gonna put my green screen up and do my logo, but
Mhm.
if you see in my background, when we talk about Black history and stuff, I have a picture of Malcolm X in my background. If you see it,
Yeah, right behind you. Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
So an artist by the name of Yvonne Ferguson made that for me. Her
Okay.
mother is one of my sponsors, and so if you guys want to get some black art, hit her up. Diasporic Pigments.
What's it called?
Diasporic Pigments.
I can't for some reason I can't make out the first word.
Diasporic. DIASP.
Oh, okay.
The pigments. Yeah.
Okay. The sport.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
She's on like Facebook and stuff like that.
Yes. Facebook
Okay.
and Instagram. Yes.
Okay.
And very talented sister. She does murals. Um, very talented work. Very talented
Okay.
work. So I like to show support other artists also.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
All
So I want
right.
to make sure the back next picture was in the background. Let people know what it is. Yes.
Right.
Very
Right.
black by any means necessary.
Right. I know, right? I know, right? That's good to have back there and keep that in mind for you. Yep.
Yes, but God is good. So Toys Cheesecakes we found on toyscheesecakes.com, Uber, DoorDash, and Grubhub, Facebook and Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Toya. I
Yes.
want to say go and get back to work and do your thing.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. All right.
Yes.
You have a
So
good evening. Hmm?
next time, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
Thank you. Have
All
a
right.
good one.
All right. You too. Be blessed. Bye. All right, everybody. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming through, Queen. As always, as supportive as you are, I appreciate it. And check out Toya's Cheesecakes. That's all you got to type in Toya's Cheesecakes on, she said, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Toya's Cheesecakes. You all be blessed. Peace.